couple of hours. I yawned and was about to lay my head on the desk when a sunburnt, dirty face pressed against the window. It was Sage, a local character who lived on the beach, and he got one free meal a day at the restaurant, although most of the time he didn't want it. He kept beating his fist against the window and blaring his teeth at me. You jealous black," he called. "You killed my Jill." And then he spit on the window, walking away. I was so stunned, I didn't realize Bobby and George were standing behind me. They were panting from running, rushing into my office to see what was going on, and George asked, "You okay?" But before I could say yes, George was running out of my office door, tackling Sage on the boardwalk outside my window and giving him several powerful backhands, whap, 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 and strong words in his native tongue. Nobody stopped George, and when he was done, he stomped back inside, panting, his hands on his hips. He looked at me and said, "That's how we handle things back home." I was shaken and spent and closed my ledger, deciding I was done going over the books. Without saying goodbye, I slipped out of the office door into the alley behind my restaurant. I had to get out of there. Next time we'll start with chapter 3, about Venus with her head in the clouds. This is the beginning of a series that I'm doing because as a kid I really loved murder mysteries, and it was always my dream to be a murder mystery writer. And I guess as I get older, I realized that the only way you can make dreams come true is you have to do them yourself. And so I started writing this book as a way to deal with my own chronic pain issues, and I was recovering from knee replacement surgery. And the book just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and the next thing I knew, I had solved a mystery. So I published it, and I was like, wow, that's accomplished. I feel really good now, And then it was the craziest thing that happened. I had this idea for a second one. So I'm now working on Venus at Sunrise, which is book 2 in the Venus Mystery Series. And I hope that people will continue to support my work. As I often say, it ain't perfect, but the thing about writing is that it's rewarding. I like input. Sometimes as I'm reading this book on the air, I find my own typos and things because it's that's just the way it is, And we've all read a book and found a typo or two in there, and that's not a surprise. But the greatest joy I get is when people tell me that they read the book and they actually thought that it was somebody else was the murderer, and they were surprised. So I promise this time, not only will questions about Venus's past be explained, but also there's going to be a lot of twisting and turning in the plots. That's for sure. The twists and the turns and the plots are going to be extreme, and I'm really excited about that. It's something that I've always dreamed of. It's something that I live my life trying to do. And I'm really glad that I have the opportunity to share this. And I hope that people will continue to tune in to enjoy the Venus Mystery Series. And you can find us with the Venus Mystery Group on Facebook. You can buy this book at Amazon.com for $6.99. It's called Venus with Her Head in the Clouds. And I am your host, and my name is Wednesday Palacios. And I'd like to thank you for listening. Bye-bye.